Thanks for inviting us in at 6 o'clock. And tonight, a 38-year-old man is under arrest, accused of killing the owner of a well-known restaurant on the northwest side of Indianapolis. Tonight, police are telling us the shooting actually took place at Pa and Ma's Backyard Barbecue. That's near 26th and MLK. The restaurant's owner, 56-year-old George Barnett Nelson Sr., died shortly after at the hospital. And tonight, our community is left mourning the loss of a local icon. Our Chase Howell has been at that restaurant all afternoon as Hoosiers have been stopping by, paying their respects. And Chase, we're hearing the suspect may have actually worked for Nelson.
Scott, his family tells us that the man actually was working on the side of his restaurant here, but I want to take a moment to remember Nelson Sr. In a moment, you'll hear from him in an interview we did back in 2020 about how passionate he was about investing in his community. His front door to his restaurant has been constantly opening today, people going in to remember him and to support his family.
It's to start lifting ourselves up and quit having people tell us we're not included in the downtown plan. Since we're not included, we're going to make our own.
Since 2020, that's exactly what George Nelson Sr. did. Create a place where everyone felt welcome and, most importantly, seen.
He was really about hiring people in his community, helping the kids, and really just being like something positive.
While many knew him in the community for his restaurant Pa and Ma's Barbecue, he was also known as Big George, not only for his appearance, but because of his huge heart.
He's raised half Indianapolis. Like, when I say he's a community man, like me and my brother, we went to Cold Spring Academy. Then we went to Texas High School. He raised so many kids.
And while Nelson Sr. may be gone, his legacy will live through his love second to his family, his food. That's why his children plan to step up and run his business.
When I tell you this dude got a passion for food, he's like highly obsessive. So like if he has a recipe, he's going to try it 24 different ways until he gets it right. So that's what he wants us to do.
His family says a balloon release will be held here at Pa and Ma's Barbecue off of 26 and MLK on Sunday at 3 p.m. Those wanting to attend are asked to bring balloons like these in white, silver, and blue.
Chase Howell reporting here in Indianapolis. Thanks so much. It has now been 1 week since a 15-year-old was shot and killed. And tonight, this memorial sits at the crime scene where people are coming together to pay their respects and figure out what to do about this violence. All of this comes as the Delaware County prosecutor charged a second teenager with murder for the death of Latajon Phillips. Marina Silva traveled to Muncie today to see how people are remembering Tay Phillips.
He was an ambitious young man.
George Foley was Tay's boss over the summer during the Muncie Parks teen internship program. He says while the 15-year-old was new to the area, he was trying to make a name for himself.
I had a few tears in my eyes because I just knew, I didn't know him a long time, but I knew that he was trying to be better.
His family is no stranger to tragedy. 13 News learned his mom died a year ago and his aunt died just a few months ago.
It's just very hard to cope and to deal with, and at any given second, I can break. But I just think about both of their bright spirits and his mom bright spirit and push forward.
Now his family and friends, along with people who didn't even know him but know the situation, are coming here to where he was shot to pay their respects. Dempsey Sutton lives nearby. He likes the idea of the memorial, but it also makes him nervous for his family.
At this point, I don't want my grandkids out by themselves.
His family told us he loved this community, even after only being here a year. Now a community coming together to figure out a solution, all while loving each other. In Muncie, Marina Silva, 13 News.
The two teens facing murder charges tonight are expected in court tomorrow. We'll follow those developments from that and bring you any updates right here on 13 News and on WTHR.com.
It was mild again this afternoon. Temperatures right now in the 70s. We're at 76 at Morris Reservoir, 75 Tipton and Bunker Hill, 75 degrees in Decatur County in Greensburg. It will stay mild this evening, although we are up a few degrees from this time yesterday. Up 4 in Indianapolis, up 5 in Richmond. We stay in the 70s through 8 p.m., drop into the 60s later this evening. Operation Football kicks off on sunrise tomorrow morning, live at Decatur Central, and then official kickoff tomorrow evening has temperatures for high school football games in the upper 70s.
Angela, thanks. An IMPD officer facing child porn charges is still behind bars tonight after making his first court appearance. Our Rich Nye was in court this morning and tells us where the case stands against Sergeant Javed Richards.
Sergeant Javed Richards told the judge he plans to hire a private attorney. Richards faces 13 counts of child exploitation and 1 count of possession of child pornography. A cyber tip led investigators to the home internet service of Richards. He allegedly shared at least a dozen child pornography videos and images while using the Wi-Fi network at his apartment near the downtown canal.
We have seized multiple devices. We are going through those devices. As the probable cause affidavit outlines, this was just a preliminary search of the cell phone, which already led to an additional charge. And so the other thing I would say is this investigation is very much ongoing.
Sergeant Richards is a decorated 12-year officer with IMPD. He was shot in the foot in the line of duty in 2015 and received the Purple Heart. In 2016, he saved the life of a woman with a tourniquet after her arm was severed in a car crash. Now he is suspended with a recommendation for termination.
Richards has already paid a $4,000 cash bond. The judge said he can be released from jail as soon as he surrenders his passports and 4 guns in his possession.
Richards' next court date is September 10th. In Indianapolis, Rich Nye, 13 News.
Tonight, an Indianapolis man is preparing to spend the next 4 decades in prison for the murder of his ex-wife's new husband. Back in 2022, Stephen Lowe drove to an Indianapolis church where his ex-wife was attending a funeral. That's when police say he opened fire, shooting and killing Jermaine Turman.
Just kind of seeing the journey that this family has had to go on. They're grieving the loss of someone, and then another tragedy comes out of that situation. This family has been through a lot, and that's, I think, where your thoughts immediately go to is just everything that this family has had to endure. This family has been through a lot, and I hope people understand the cost and the toll that violence has on people in our community, and in particular a family like this.
Today, Lowe appeared in court pleading guilty to voluntary manslaughter, invasion of privacy, and illegal gun possession. Now, as part of this plea deal, Lowe is set to spend 40 years in prison. His formal sentencing is scheduled for September 13th. Tonight, the Wayne Township Fire Department is clearing up some questions about a merger with IFD that was called off. Back in February, you may remember that Township trustees voted unanimously to merge its fire department with Indianapolis. The main reason being the cost of upkeep for an individual fire department for just Wayne Township. But now the township is telling us the timeline for this multi-million-dollar merger became too problematic and was not feasible to complete by the beginning of next year. Now the Wayne Township Fire Department tells us it will remain its own entity. Local leaders tell us the fire department will continue to be funded through tax dollars, and it's not planning any layoffs or service cuts. Still ahead on this Thursday night, honoring the victims of a suspected serial killer. We want you to see the effort to offer a little peace of mind to the families of more than a dozen people killed on Herb Baumeister's property. Angela?
Scott, a Saturday storm chance and 90-degree heat on the way. I'll have a look ahead.
But first, Indianapolis International Airport announcing a new nonstop flight. We'll tell you when you can start flying straight to Nashville, Tennessee. That's next.